People who struggle with survivor's guilt, just like any depressive psychological condition, are alone in their thoughts. The story that came out of that traumatic event is written in first person, so of course it's biased and lacking the big picture or any other perspectives. Survivor's guilt can feel like a court trial in your head, where you volunteered as the culprit and your intrusive memories acting as witnesses or the evidence. Your shame and your anxiety is your prosecutor, but you, and you alone, are both defendant and judge. The verdict: guilty. Here's where it's more difficult for Shin. He literally has the ability to hear the voices of the dead. When the Legion successfully harvests the brain of a fallen 86, Shin is able to hear those stolen brain signals surviving inside the mechanisms of their drones. The remaining synapses that were firing during their final moments get written into a spinning disc for the Black Sheep Legion, but a broken record on repeat for Shin to listen to every second that he's alive. A processor with the ability to continue those programs in the background when they didn't end correctly. In other words, Shin is able to hear the last words, the last thoughts of every 86 that is killed by the Legion, a morbid metaphor of being haunted by the ones he failed to save. While this is a science fiction superpower to Shin, this is one of the most difficult symptoms of survivor's guilt that survivors deal with. Let's go back to what the brain does during these traumatic events. In this moment of high stress, the accident, the crash, the attack, or where you were when you found out about the news, your brain is desperately trying to process everything going on, regardless of the level of detail. The screams, the faces, the smells, the last thing that person said to you. The story is written in your memories with darker ink than usual. The way your body fell forward when the brakes were slammed, the exact sound and frequency of the gunshots, the last time they said I love you, the smell of the coffee they made every day. This isn't a weakness, it's triage. It's your brain saving what felt most vital at the time, leaving you to fill in the blanks. And that's where things can go wrong. When you choose to carry this weight by yourself, continuing to write the story without anyone else to confirm the historical accuracy, you allow those voices to take over and change how you feel every time you look back at it. This is why Shin continues to wander the battlefield. He's perpetually plagued by the voices of those who died, those he failed to save from the Legion. By constantly hearing the final screams, the final wishes, and final calls for help from the fallen, he's restlessly reminded that he needs to save them.
Our dearly beloved Reaper.
That one for you. It weren't for you.
Please, I beg of you. You have to save us now.
This is all your fault. Try to be happy. No, not when you left me behind.